Finally, one more thought. Mutually assured destruction. It's a term some of us are old enough to remember from the Cold War. A theory that the best way to keep the United States and the Soviet Union from destroying each other was for each side to know that the other would wipe it out if it moved first in a nuclear war. Things have certainly changed a good deal since the 1960s, when I was a boy reading 7 Days in May and Failsafe, afraid that the Russians would hit my hometown of Flint, Michigan, because of our auto plants. We've had arms reduction agreements and non-proliferation agreements, none of which stopped several other nations getting their own nuclear weapons without any clear and certain way of deterring them from using them. And now there's a new potential threat to be guarded against, one that's much harder to deal with because it can, and we hope will, be used to do a lot of good that nuclear bombs never could. It's artificial intelligence, which many see as affecting every part of the economy.
I think it actually does run right across the entire economy, maybe not to the same depth in every sector, but nevertheless, it's very broad-based.
And AI may be every bit as deep as it is wide.
Yes, it is profound. Yes, it is transformative.
But as with any powerful tool, there are also some big potential risks. Risks that ChatGPT creator Sam Altman admits we have to be careful to guard against.
I mean, I think there's many ways it could go wrong, but we work with powerful technology that can be used in dangerous ways very frequently in the world. And I think we've developed over the decades good safety system practices in many categories. It's not perfect, and this won't be perfect either. Things will go wrong. But I think we'll be able to mitigate some of the worst scenarios you could imagine. Bioterror is like a common example. Cybersecurity is another.
Mustafa Suleyman, co-creator of OpenMind and now CEO of AI at Microsoft, has even proposed that the United States and China avoid an AI arms race by starting talks right away on a bilateral agreement to contain what's coming, sort of an arms limitation agreement like those negotiated between the United States and the USSR back in the 1980s.
We will ultimately need global cooperation, but at this moment we have to be optimistic and encouraging of the nation state. There's no way to put the genie back in the bottle. This really is happening. So the art is going to be around shaping it in the public interest and making sure that our democratic governments remain in control.
Suleyman's concern is about AI escalation between countries, but another AI battle is being waged even as we speak, this one between employers and employees. IBM says that a substantial portion of the AI large corporations are using already is for talent acquisition.
And how do we actually bring to life for us what we call Ask HR, which is really enabling us to have all 250,000 IBMers kind of become really productive and actually elevating our HR teams to truly higher value, perhaps skills, talent, recruiting, and allowing us each day to self-service. And the thing we love the most about it, Brody, is it's like available to you 24/7, and it allows you to get really fast responses.
Not unexpectedly, the other side is striking back. Recent studies from Resume Builder and Canva say that nearly half of job seekers are now relying on AI in their applications for help in putting together their resumes, to help write the cover letter, or for both. But wait. There's one other place where maybe we could use AI to choose our next employee, like maybe the person we employ as President of the United States. Americans are about to go to the polls in November with about a quarter of voters saying they don't like either of the two candidates. So why not turn it over to the chatbots to choose our next president? And according to novelist Tim Dorsey, we wouldn't have to worry about that mutually assured destruction business. He says that as things are now, our political process appears to be a toxic dance of mutually assured destruction that takes all the citizens down with you. But then again, we'd have to make sure that we weren't creating some sort of doomsday machine.
The doomsday machine.
What is that?
A device which will destroy all life on Earth.
Dr. Strangelove, how is it possible for them to have built such a thing?
It is not only possible, it is essential.
I wish we had one of them doomsday machines, Nate.